that's it for these
My people dying from starvation.
YouTube bloggers, especially those in the Caribbean. Look,
People dying from starvation.
my brothers and sisters, if you're trying to make a little wages and YouTube, don't try to spend it one time when you get it, because it's not everlasting. Don't try to put up all these big mansions, because it's never lasting. Try to save it as much as you can before you start your construction. There is a lot of U2 homes in the Caribbean that is not complete because it cannot complete because U2 maybe demonetize them so they can make no more money because they never have a career. So what's happened? U2 demonetize them and they start a big construction. Now the construction is sitting there rotting down from mildew. And seem like these people were not wise enough to know that U2 can cut them off at any time. It's also going on in Africa. If you go to Trinidad, if you go to Barbados, Jamaica, these YouTube bloggers, they're making pretty good change, but they go above their needs. They want to have a big mansion. I do not know the reason why. And they could have a plan and start off small and get bigger later on. So you see, wisdom is too much for a fool. If you have no wisdom, you're just like a fool. That's why the older man said, wisdom is too much for a fool. Now, how they're going to finish all these big structures that they prepare to complete from YouTube? Save the little change that you're getting. And when you get abundantly, then you should start your construction and plan it out. If you're constructing it for $1, you should have at least $2, $3. So when the construction finish, you got $2 left over. That makes sense? No, these people just gone wild. Building mansion. Look, if you're picking up $100, $200 from YouTube maybe every month or every 2 months, that's not enough to build a mansion. You're going to slow back. Are you going to slow down? And in the meantime, the rain is falling. and washing away your construction. And you cannot buy proper material to do the construction the right way. You're going to shortcut. So when the rain fall, the construction start leaking. Hello? So stop doing stuff like that, brother man. If you have a career and you're doing YouTube, blogging for making money, then you're better off. You'll be getting two money. One from your career and one from YouTube. So this way, if YouTube fail you, your career keep on going. Nobody's not telling these YouTube bloggers that. Because they're young guys. They're young boys and girls. And that's what's going on. They becomes greedy over money. And once you become greedy over money, you're going to have a lot of problems. Stop playing games. Once you get caught up with money, you're going to have a lot of problems. And that's why they can't finish this construction. They're waiting. Once you start a construction, listen to me, brothers. Once you start a construction, you should continue working on it until you finish. You can't work for 4 months and stop, and work for another 3 months and stop, and work for another 5 months and stop. It's not going to finish. It's going to take you a long time. Because you don't have money, and you're getting money from YouTube. And by you getting money from YouTube to do your construction, it's not going to finish. And the reason why it's not going to finish, because YouTube can cut you off at any time from the income. But if you have a career, you can take the money from your career to put in your construction. That makes sense? So stop building big mansion and try to save your money. So you can do what you're doing. And that's how it is in life. So black man, wake up. And don't try to depend on YouTube income too much. Do not depend on that income too much. So wake up. Wake up and think about what I'm saying so you can understand. And once you can understand, you will get better overstanding. So that's all I'm saying. Don't build this big mansion when you have no money. And big mansion is very hard to take care of. I'm telling you, you gotta have electricity, you gotta have water, you have to have air condition. Depends on what it is. Else, it's not going to work. So that's all I'm saying. Costs a lot of money. And by it costs a lot of money, that's how it's work. Some guys in the United States that have mansion, they give them up. It costs too much to maintain. I have a little mansion and I have to give it up. It will cost too much. Electricity was a lot of money. Water was a lot.
Every day my people dying.
6-7 bedroom is a mansion to me.
I said every day.
With formal dining room and regular dining room and patio. That's too much. 3-car garage. That's too much for one individual.
Dirty water.
So as I said, black men, you gotta think. You gotta think. Peace and respect. I'm out of here.